to be talking about a few things. The first is an article that I ran across that talks about a study that was conducted by a Pew Research team, and scientists have found that the average conspiracy theorist has a well above average IQ, and that this held true across all demographics in the study, making the data all the more compelling. The study included a basic IQ test along with an advanced IQ section, as well as special sections for both math and science. The results showed that so-called conspiracy theorists, who are often trolled online for being dumb, silly, or wasting their time reading about nothing, consistently outperformed their peers in every section of the test. Very few studies are this conclusive, said Jeff Parnell, lead researcher of the study. We found an average difference in IQ for men at almost 12 points higher, and for women, they were an average 9 points higher than their peers. While this doesn't make them geniuses, it is very compelling evidence that these people are in fact smarter on the whole than those who brush away these theories without pause. Parnell went on to suggest that the reason could be that many conspiracy theories deal with quantum physics and advanced math and science. Gaining a rudimentary understanding of quantum physics, which is often credited for things like time travel, UFOs, free energy, HARP, sky spirals, wormholes, and more, requires a higher intellect. To understand the most basic concepts, you must not only be learned in traditional math and science, you must also be able to see outside the box and see the larger picture on the whole. New wave religions are often rooted in beliefs stemming from these theories, and some of them get pretty wacky. Parnell had originally wanted to use Scientologists for part of the experiment, but was met with a resounding no from Scientology headquarters. To many, this may seem ironic, or that people who spend their free time researching aliens, lizard people, and Sasquatch would be, as a group, more intelligent than those who brush these concepts off immediately as silly or fantastic. But not to Parnell, who's been conducting these studies for over 30 years. Oftentimes, you will find data that contradicts the common beliefs and biases you enter into a study with. We would have really loved to have the Scientology folks included in these results, Parnell laments, but we gained a lot of insight even without them. The IQ difference held through in the data in almost any way you wanted to slice it, sorted by age, location, ethnicity, financially, religious beliefs, and a dozen other ways. The results still held up. They also found other factors that the conspiracy theorists have in common, like a love of reading at a young age, a love of science fiction from a young age, natural curiosity in other areas of life as well, and they were more likely to ask why as opposed to blindly following a command, which Parnell attributes to their desire for knowledge of how things work as opposed to a rebellious streak. Conspiracy theorists will spend their free times in forums or online chat rooms discussing things like the trajectory from the bullet in the Kennedy assassination, or HARP being used for mind control. HARP is a high-powered antenna array that is used to research the effects of altitude and predict weather. The difference from any other chat room is that the arguments made and sometimes proved or disproved are at a much higher intellectual level than almost any other. If you didn't know better, you might think you were in a NASA chat room sometimes. I visited a few of these well-known conspiracy sites while researching this article, and I was surprised to see the level of techie talk in the threads. To be honest, I left the sites thinking I probably should have paid more attention in science and biology because these folks were talking above my head. Granted, I was looking for the more technical articles and threads, but they weren't hard to find. And the article goes on to break this down by like geography and all the ways they listed here, like age, location, financial means, ethnicity, religious beliefs, and it basically just says that across the board, folks who are into these types of things, folks who spend their time researching, and in my opinion, it would probably apply to folks who spend their time researching almost anything, but certainly the conspiracy community, has a lot of very dedicated, very passionate people, and they do spend a lot of time learning and studying and reading about these phenomena. And over on the channel, we have added a bunch of clips from a David Icke presentation where he talked about many different things. David Icke tries to, as I do, tries to tie everything back into one root causality of all of these conspiracies, and I believe that that is the case as well, that there is a secret hidden knowledge, and many people don't know that occult means hidden, and I don't like to use the word occult knowledge because it has a bad or negative connotation to it, like, it's some type of devil worship or something, so I don't like to use the term occult, but occult does just mean hidden, but there is a lot of hidden knowledge out there, and once you have access to that hidden knowledge, again, and I'm going to refer to the movie Apocalypto. If you have not seen the movie Apocalypto, it is, in the nutshell, how the world works. Great movie, by the way. It's very entertaining, action packed from beginning to end. The whole movie is like shot almost in motion. So it's kind of a groundbreaking film in that way, as well as the fact that it doesn't have any English words in it. It's in the traditional Mayan language, and everything is subtitled. So if you can't sit through an indie film, you might not really like it. Although I got to tell you, it's not at all an indie film. It's a very big budget Hollywood film, with a lot of not necessarily like special effects, but I mean, you can just tell that the cinematography was there. Everything was very crisp and clean. I mean, it does give you just an overview of how a few people with a little bit of knowledge can rule over the masses who don't have this knowledge. Now, the knowledge itself, if it was disseminated to the public, would be no big deal, but since it is hidden and kept secret, they can use that knowledge to their advantage to make themselves seem godlike. So, if any of you guys have any stories, I know some folks have sent in some video and some pictures. Some we've used, some we have not. There's actually a couple pieces that we do have right now that I do have and I want to make a video on, but I need to get back with these people and get a little bit more information and get kind of more of the backstory. So I want to get that information and put it together, and we're going to put out some videos on that. But if any of you folks have a compelling story that you would like to tell, we would love to feature that story or you here on the channel. So please just get at me through the comments, or you've got right there in the description section is my email address. You can email me any pictures, any video, or if you just have a story that you want to either email me, or if you want to talk about it, we can set up a time to do a Skype and we can do a phone interview. Any way you're comfortable doing it. If you want to protect your identity, we're totally good with that. And we can do whatever we need to do to protect your identity as well. So anything that you guys have that would be interesting or compelling that you really want to share, definitely let us know, because we would definitely be interested in not only sharing it with you between ourselves and you, or myself and you, but with the greater community as a whole, if you would like to do that. So definitely let me know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being so awesome. And hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.